Hey, everybody. Happy 2026. We made it. Hooray. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. Listen, I just want to thank you very, very much for tuning in and enjoying the podcast. Producer Chris and I are enjoying it, and it's really nice to know you're out there. So thank you. Thank you very much. And speaking of, we've got some pretty bodacious things lined up here and some pretty amazing people. Speaking of which, we're going to see what we can do about that right now.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Toon'd In with Jim Cummings. I'm producer Chris, and I'm going to wait for Jim to take a sip.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I finish.
He's here.
We're
He's
taking
ready.
our last sips. Taking our last sips here. There's a nice wide shot for you.
There we go.
And as I was saying, I am producer Chris, as always joined by the legend himself, Mr. Jim Cummings. How are you doing today, sir?
Here we go. Another day in paradise. Look what we've got today.
Yes. Who do we have, Jim?
Why, look. There she is now. It's none other than Jennie. Jennie Kwan, don't you know?
Hello.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Of course,
Thank you for being had. That came out wrong.
We're in good
Talk
times.
amongst yourselves.
Yeah, we'll regroup.
No, thanks for being here, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm
Jim.
usually, it's hard to see you because you have hundreds of fans around you.
I think
So, see?
as you do.
Legend. Whatever. But thanks for being here.
So happy to be here.
Yeah. Now, we're in California now. Are you local to California or do you?
I am born and raised. I'm a native. I was born in Glendale, California.
No kidding.
And yeah, I'm one of the original OG natives to LA.
Wow.
Born and raised.
Pretty rare these days.
It is pretty
Yeah.
rare, and people are always surprised.
Yes.
They think I'm from somewhere else, but I say, no, I'm from here, and they look at me with a funny look like,
Wait,
you can't be from
Nobody's
here.
from here.
Nobody's from here,
Yeah.
and you're not a beep hole, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I try not to be, but.
Yeah.
I have a theory.
Ooh.
I have a theory about
you?
LA. Tell me, as an LA native,
Okay.
if you agree with this or
I'll
not.
try.
I feel like I have two theories.
Okay.
I feel like the reputation that LA gets,
Yes.
that Angelinos get, is
Yes.
actually from all the transplants.
That is
actually
exactly what I
from
say.
everybody that comes here. Because when you meet people really from LA,
Yeah.
they're a lot less of that fake,
Yeah.
that negative stereotype that Angelinos get. They're a lot more down to earth, I feel like, in my
I think
experience.
it's because when people come here, they think that they have to fit in a certain sort of bubble, you know, because LA can be a bubble. I mean, that's the truth, you
Sure.
know, but people are coming here to follow their dreams. And I think sometimes when it doesn't happen overnight, people become very suspicious and jaded. We're like, why isn't this happening overnight? Well, because an overnight success can take up to 10 years. You
Yeah.
know?
Well, that's what they say.
Or more, you know?
Yeah, 10-year overnight success
That's
is
right.
kind of the norm, isn't it?
At least the minimum. I mean, you know, it's not easy, especially
Yeah.
these days. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I feel like that, like all, as you just described, it's like everybody morphing to fit in what they think
What
is
they think
but
LA
they don't
should
realize
be.
that everybody's morphing together,
Right.
It's like you guys are all creating this identity.
Yeah,
It's not like
exactly.
what we had here. But
Yeah. So I just watch outside from my bubble, you know,
Yeah,
living
that's
here,
right.
born and raised.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I wasn't one of those kids who was in the club every night. I mean, once in a while. But
Not every night.
Not every night. No, but
Took
you know,
Wednesdays off, did
That's
you?
right. Wednesdays and sometimes Sundays.
did you ever go underage to the club?
No comment.
Oh.
For me,
so that's a yes.
when I was in high school, that was like one of the funnest things to do
Yeah.
was go to the club underage, and it was like an adventure to try and get into the club.
Oh,
Especially
yeah.
as an underage man, they don't really
Yeah.
care about
They don't
underage
care.
women.
That's
you know?
right. I
It's
mean-
like,
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I mean, at the time I was, you know, on a show that probably they could have just, you know,
Yeah.
let you in. These days are a lot more strict, but yeah.
I
So
don't know.
maybe once or twice. I don't know.
yeah,
I'm
but
pretty innocent.
going through the kitchen or like jumping over a fence, it was like an adventure just to get in. It wasn't even like the party itself. It was like, can we get in?
Yeah.
And we used to steal bottles. Like,
Oh.
yeah. Oh, that was fun.
Did you do that once at the Playboy Mansion or something?
I did sneak into the Playboy Mansion
That's
once.
not bad.
I
That's
did.
love
good,
that.
That's a good sneak.
That's a great sneak.
That's
That
a
is
damn
one
fine sneak.
That is a sneak I have not snuck,
Yeah, wow.
which
Wow, okay.
which I'm still open to that.
Yeah.
So
I was a sneaker.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
It was thrilling to me.
That seems
But
fun.
hard to
anyway,
be
enough
like
about me.
Yeah.
It's hard to be 6'3" and a sneaker.
And a sneaker.
And still sneak.
Yeah.
That's good sneakage.
That's right.
Master sneaker.
Clever sneaker.
But anyway, back to you.
Aren't you glad you tuned in today, folks?
Speaking of childhoods, were you a theater kid?
You know, it's interesting. The way that I started when I got into the entertainment business, I have a very interesting story. I was traveling with a singing group called Kids of the Century. I was extremely shy. I was, I think, 11 years old, and I was a singer, but I was always in the background because I think I was just really shy. But when I went to New York to do the commemoration of the Statue of Liberty, we were coming back from New York, and it literally was like a scene from a movie. I was asleep and drooling on my shoulder, like it was pretty real. And my sister comes, she came to wake me up. She said, "Jennifer, there's an agent on the plane." And I was like, "Okay, I don't care." So she's like, "Go meet the agent." And so I remember walking up the aisle, and it was like a movie, like my castmates, juggling, doing cartwheels, if you could do the cartwheels, on the plane. And so I walk up to the agent, and she looks at me and she says, "Oh, do you like acting?" And I shrug my shoulders, and she said, "Well, would you want to come back to LA and try acting?" And I shrugged my shoulders, and she said, "Well, would you come to my office?" Shrug my shoulders, and she said, you get, yeah, exactly. I was not an outgoing child. In public, but she said, "If you go to an acting class, will you come to my office and come meet with me?" And I said, "Yes." So it was just about play for me still at that point. I was 11, I wasn't one of those very finessed, theater kids. But,
Yeah, right.
But I was
like the
performer.
Mouseketeers, where they were all
Right. They were very polished at that age. I was still very childlike and just very innocent. That was my first exposure to any sort of entertainment. Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty amazing. And then did the bug just bite you?
Automatically. So when I got into that acting class, I remember the first thing that we did was improv. And again,
oh gosh. Well, they just threw you right in there.
A little bit, and I think
start swimming.
That's right. But I think it was a way for me to start coming out of my shell. And that was really, really helpful.
I would think.
So, so basically when I was in my singing lessons, I would not really talk. And I thought, oh my gosh, these singing teachers must think she's the most boring child in the world. But when I would get on stage, that's when I would really light up for whatever reason.
Yeah, you hear that about a lot of folks.
Yeah. That was my experience.
Sure. Wow. Yeah. I was, as a kid, I don't think I was ever shy, but I was really annoying. But then when I got on a stage, I was in, I've been in plays since, I don't know, grade school anyway, and then it just felt so good.
Yeah.
It just felt right, to put on somebody else's skin or attitude or profession or something, it just felt, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And I've said it before, and the girls kind of liked it. And I was like, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great way to meet girls.
Yeah. So,
Oh, that's quite the sign.
Yeah, but don't tell anybody.
I won't.
Okay. But it's always nice to see you because we do a lot of conventions together. And because you've got a lot of stuff here. Who do people gravitate the most toward of your characters?
In the moment, because it is the 20th year anniversary of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
It's just
huge.
It's huge right now.
Yes, it is.
And the creators are just creating more content, and because of Netflix, we're so very fortunate to have such a world to be a part of. So I would say in the moment, it would be Suki, who is the character I voice on the show. And that's been for some time, but it's funny, I forget when some people will come up and they will, name some obscure, I don't want to say obscure, but some character that I think, did I do that? And they said, yes, you did. And it's this and this, and your lines were this. I say, oh, great. But what an interesting thing is, I used to be on a TV show in the 90s, and sometimes younger people will come up and they say, I love you as Suki on Avatar, but my mom loves you as Samantha Wu on California Dreams. And before I used to think, oh my gosh, I am really, really getting up there in age. But now I think of it as like, thank God, that I've been able to be in this crazy business for, I don't know how many umpteen years I've been doing this.
That's right.
And, the times that I wanted to quit, something has always pulled me back.
Oh.
And so now I just accept it. I'm like, well, this is what I do, for the rest of my life in whatever form it wants to come in, because it has never been the same throughout the years. It's always sort of morphed into something new, and
That's a gift. That's a special strength and power right there. Good for you.
Yeah, I feel really lucky about that, because I feel like I've touched so many genres of being in the business. It's kind of weird. I don't really think about it until someone kind of points it out.
Right. Yeah. I've got some of that too. I understand exactly what you mean. And then, well, and I've said it before. We, sometimes like for me, you at least do on camera and stage and this and that. I'm usually alone in a dark room, so I have no idea if anybody will ever really listen. I guess at this point I do.
Oh, they do for sure.
They do now, but you just don't know, and you certainly don't get any immediate feedback.
Yes.
It's not like there's an audience in there going, "Oh, that was really good." You're just flying solo. And that part I'm not too crazy about, but the rest ain't bad.
No, not bad at all.
Yeah.
We're so lucky.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, and like I say, going to those conventions, it gives you a sense of, so you were paying attention. Someone was paying attention, right?
They really do.
Yeah, they really do.
More than me. Sometimes
Yes.
I'm so surprised, to the detail that people are so interested, and how committed they are to what they really love. It's quite incredible, because I actually learn so much from people who they come up and they talk about the show. And it's funny, I'm more interested in what they do. I find myself asking, and then I have to remember, people want to know about whatever shows you've been a part of or whatever projects. But it's funny because I like to learn about other people. It's just how I am.
Sure.
So, but I have to remember that part.
Yeah. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I'd like to ask you to clarify something for me. So I'm doing my research on you. I see that you played Kim in Miss Saigon.
Yes.
Was that the original cast?
So what happened was in the 90s, I think, when there was that surge of Broadway musicals happening, there was the London cast, right? That was the original cast. And then they brought it from the West End to Broadway.
Okay.
Right? And so the original Kim was the legendary Lea Salonga.
Right.
Right. And so then when they started to do Broadway tours around the country, they did auditions here in Hollywood at the Franklin Church on Highland, which is...
Oh, sure.
I mean, I've been to hundreds of auditions in that church, right? But that's where they found me.
No kidding.
There were so many people there. I don't even remember, like 300 people there for various parts, but at least 200 for Kim.
Wow.
So that was an interesting process, because I went, and again, I mean, I still have these shy parts of myself, but I went in, sang, and then probably 2 weeks later, the casting people called to ask if I would come to New York and audition. And I remember, for the people who are my age, I go to the theater, and the woman who went ahead of me was Nia Peoples from Fame.
Oh.
And I was just this little kid. I was barely 18, and I thought, oh my gosh, Nia Peoples is in there. She's for sure going to get it. I went right after Nia Peoples.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
And then she had her own show.
She
for a
had
while,
her
too,
own
yeah.
show. And then I remember they had brought, his name was Jared Emick, who they brought him in on my audition to sing with me. And it was just like you see in the movies. Like the creators were in the audience, and it was that bright light that blinds you and you can't see a thing, and they're talking and you see their shadows. I don't know what happened, but throughout my whole callback, all I did was cry. I'm like, great, I'm just not going to get this part because I'm just blubbering through.
Oh,
and
my Lord.
This guy, Jared, is amazing, and we're singing together, but I'm blubbering through this. Okay, great. Well, that was an experience. So, yeah.
And the music's playing a solo saxophone.
Exactly. That's
Oh, my
right,
God.
Jim. Yeah. And so then I get back to my hotel room, and I remember a couple hours later, Vinnie Clifford called. That was a casting director, rest in peace. And he said, "Oh, Jennie, you got the part." And I hung up on him. So my manager called him back. She's like, "Oh, Jennie's just excited. She's just excited." I was like, I think I was just, zoned out.
You hung up on it. You thought it was a prank call, for God's sake?
I did. It was.
I mean, like,
It was.
yeah,
very,
right.
It was exactly. I was like, "Thank you," and I hung up.
You were thunderstruck.
I was thunderstruck.
Wow, that's not a
you
bad
must
strike.
You must have some pipes.
I mean,
You got a belt for that
I don't
role.
know. Yeah, it was quite the role.
Yeah.
It was quite the role. Yeah. It was like one of my first dreams come true.
I have to be. Yeah.
That song, I still believe that's like literally like one of my favorite songs of all
Is
time.
it, Chris? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It got me through like a really hard time in college. Yeah, I was going through like a really life-changing kind of moment in college. I won't get into the details, but yeah, I remember like I was in this musical theater class.
Wow.
And it was like our midterm or our final, we had to like listen to clips of different Broadway songs.
Wow.
And then be able to like identify like, oh, this was the Phantom of the Opera, premiered, whatever date. And that song, Miss Saigon, oh my God. When that song came on, like I'm getting emotional now. Like I broke down in the middle of class, like just started bawling, and like had to leave class. And like my professor was amazing, and like she took me like aside and was like, I just like went into her office and was like, this is what I'm going through right now, and like this is way too relatable. Like for something, I was never in Vietnam or anything. Like
No, but it struck
the theme
something
of
in you.
you
Yes,
know?
absolutely.
And what's so crazy, like I was going through something with my girlfriend at the time, and she was like, Katie literally came in and did the same thing yesterday. And like neither of us knew.
Oh my God.
And we were
No
like,
kidding.
no way. And she let us both like retake the test like
Wow.
separately. And yeah, that was such like an impactful moment in my life. And I have the vinyl of it. Like it's, I should have brought it and got it signed.
I'm just around the corner. I can sign it anytime you want. But
okay.
thank you for sharing that story.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice? Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to that song last night actually in preparation for this.
Oh my! Are we going to sing this together, Chris? I would not remember that. I wouldn't remember the
Ladies and
lyrics.
gentlemen,
Oh my
stay
God.
tuned.
Oh, I don't know. Oh wow!
Now that's bonus content.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great to hear.
Yeah, of course, of course. I think that's the magic of this industry,
Yeah.
from voice acting to singing to
Yeah.
you both can attest to that, to see hundreds of people with way more emotional reactions at conventions,
Yes.
it's quite a magical thing, this business.
is.
Yeah. Do you get a lot of that too?
I do.
Where people, and then that time when you, and then, and then they fall apart. It's kind of sweet.
It is kind of sweet,
it's kinda sweet.
and it's really touching. And that's why, as crazy as, the travel that we know, and it what I tell people is, when you're an actor and you're hustling and doing these auditions and, the rejection and this and that, and when you book something amazing, but doing conventions is a different type of hustle. It's that your body. And I mean, the fact that Jim is still out there and so youthful. It's literally an inspiration
that
and
one,
goal.
but okay.
No, but really, because sometimes I feel like, oh my gosh, the burnout can be extreme just because the nature of what you're putting your body through, getting on a plane almost every weekend, depending on, some people, they do so many shows, some people they don't, or, it's just a different sort of hustle, and it's a different sort of self-care and, routine, and a mental routine.
Yes. Yeah. Well, the mental is the biggest part, I
Right.
think, it's a lot of times, at the end of the day, I'll just be drained, and it's not from jogging around the block
No.
or anything like that or what have you. It's I have a philosophy that I don't want anybody to go away and go, geez, was he asleep? I mean, it seemed like he wanted to go back to take a nap, because I like to be up for everybody.
That's right.
Every single person, and I have this little miniature philosophy anyway about, all I do is VO, but I treat every session like it's the Super Bowl, because for somebody out there, and they could be 3, 30, or, however old, it could very well be meaningful for them.
Absolutely.
And get them through a tough time,
Absolutely.
as we all know. And something speaks to them, and so you have to be up for it. You have to be up for the task, up for the challenge, and that's my mini philosophy, and that's all I have to say.
I love that, and exactly, and I feel the same ways that people sometimes they, save their money for a year to be able to attend and meet Jim Cummings. You know what I mean? And just have that experience. So when I hear sometimes if there's an actor who's unpleasant to someone, these people have waited their whole lives to perhaps have any sort of contact with you. And that's a privilege that we have to be able to give back because we've been given, someone may be working at the local supermarket and saving their money for 5 years. And you're getting on a plane, you're having a good meal, like you're getting per diem. It's like you can last 5 minutes to be pleasant to someone and hear their story. So again, this is, I learned from people like you, like legendary people who've been in the business forever, and you can see how people react to that. Yeah. And it's important. And so, hopefully one day if I continue to do this, I just always remember that, even if I'm exhausted and have bags under my eyes, oh my gosh, I can't talk anymore. Tomorrow I have to get into the studio and I have no voice. It's like, it's a privilege.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's the word I use. I couldn't agree more. Yeah. And like I always say, it's the stuff used to get me kicked out of class, so you have to be grateful that somebody's buying that.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm always surprised. I'm like, you want to come and meet me? Oh,
okay.
Cool, okay.
Sure.
Great. Awesome.
Was there a time in your life, I find, asking people on this podcast, there's usually like a defining moment in your career where you're like, I've arrived.
Ooh, have I ever felt like that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I mean, I think if I were to step outside of myself, sure, but I think as that actor, thinking, oh my gosh, when's the next job coming? It's weird. I have this weird sort of duality around my thoughts around that. Yeah. I'm sure there have been times, that I've thought, sure, I could have thought when I was doing Miss Saigon, as a young girl, oh my gosh, no, but there have been, experiences that I thought, oh my gosh, this outweighs the thought that I could, just think that this is going to last forever. But I would like to be able to celebrate those moments more. I think I am now. And it doesn't even have to be like, I'm winning a Grammy or I'm winning an Oscar or I'm winning an Emmy. I think the fact for me that I've been able to have longevity in a career that maybe I've struggled in the past, or also that I love, and allow it to morph into what it's morphed into, that feels like a win.
It is a win.
Yeah, that feels like a win.
Yeah, it is. Well, I always say anytime you make a living doing something you'd do all day long for free, that's a win.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way I've always looked at it. And you've had a lot of wins. I mean, Broadway, yeah. I mean, that's crazy. How many, there are not many people that say, oh, well, yes, I remember that time when I was on Broadway. Oh, what's that? See, I was on Broadway too, but I was at a red light. So it's not the same. It's just not the same.
I mean, I've been really fortunate to be able to have different projects that, and I've worked my butt off, whatever I
Damn it, she deserves it. Okay.
no,
I'll say it for you.
but it's been a long road, you know what I mean? And whatever I dip my toes into, it's hard for me if I don't put 110%, just because I'm a Virgo and a workaholic, I'm getting better now. But it's been an interesting road. And I really try and take whatever lessons I've learned from those projects, and hopefully it's like muscle memory now, you know what I mean? Just whatever's important from that project, or whatever, again, lesson I was supposed to have learned from that, hopefully it's transferring over to each thing, and it becomes easier, hopefully, but it has, for example, I have this story when I used to do on-camera acting a lot more. When we were able to go in person to auditions instead of self-tapes, I had the worst stage fright since I was really young. I don't know how I've stayed in this business. The worst stage fright that I thought, oh my gosh, I have to take medication. And that's fine. I know a lot of people who do for that. But my nerves used to be so bad, right? So I had this thing where I wanted to do the skit where, I seem very calm and cool and collected on the outside, but the skit is that I'm writhing on the floor like, and like my insides are going to come out and I can't handle it. And then they say, Jennie, are you ready? And I say, oh yeah, sure, I'm ready. And then I go in, so I've had to battle that throughout the years. And so doing stage work has really helped, because it is exhilarating to just be in the moment. You cannot take it back, and you have to really just go in the moment no matter what happens. And things have happened. I broke my thumb on stage in Miss Saigon.
What?
During the show.
During the show?
Yes.
How did you make it through the scene?
Oh.
Very painfully, that's
Very
how.
painfully. I slammed the door on my thumb because I lost grip of the door. I gripped with my thumb, and it shut my thumb in. And so I was like, do I rip my thumb out, or do I open the door and close it again? And so I decided I'm going to open the door and shut it again. And so I had time. I ran back to the stage
thumb?
Yeah. I was like, oh, my
had to
thumb was
run
there,
back to my
shattered.
thumb.
But I ran to the stage manager's office, and they wrapped it up really quick, and they said, do we need to stop the show? I said, no, let's just keep going. So I had this wrapped thumb until the end of the show, and then I went straight to the ER. I'm a little hardcore that way.
Wow.
So yeah.
I bet you gave a hell of a performance that night too.
It was toward the end, and it served me well toward the end.
Yeah. It's funny how that works. I remember I was in a acting class one time, and it was a weird acting class, honestly, looking back at it.
They all are.
They all are.
They all are. But this one particular one, we would do like little shows, like little like one acts for like the rest of the class. And it was weird to me, because it was like meant to be training for like film and television, but then we're doing like a little one act.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know.
That's good.
The
Acting's acting.
Yeah,
That's
the
true.
acting coach was kind of just like, I think it was his little like fun little project. Like, I get to choose scenes, and you guys get to perform for me, and like he was very flamboyant.
Yeah, we saw him. I think he brought him to life there.
But this one performance, it's a couple. It's like a one act of like a couple in an apartment, and things are getting hot and heavy. And there's one moment where the girl slams her hand on the table, and there was a real champagne glass. Like, we weren't using plastic for some, and just
ouch,
blood everywhere. And right at that moment was a stage direction where all the lights go black. And then the lights come back up.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And they're hooking up. They're like hooking up. It's like meant to insinuate, like,
right.
You don't want to see that. And boom, smashes, the lights go out, lights come back up. This guy's in a white dress shirt, covered in blood.
Real life.
And they just kept going. And it was so compelling. And everybody's sitting there like,
I love that.
Oh my God, this is like so real. Like, whoa. And the people are like 10 feet away from you,
love live
like,
theater.
Do you need help? And like just ignored it, kept doing it. Yeah.
Ooh.
They are hardcore.
That's what they call a trooper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite professors used to always say, like, I love theater so much, I want to be in the front row and feel their spit. I want to feel their spit.
I might not want their spit, but I want to feel their energy. Yeah.
Okay, maybe not the spit.
Yeah, maybe not the spit.
Or the blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, pass on the blood.
But you guys both know people that are so into that, that it's like, I want every, I want to smell the sweat,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want that. It's like Shakespearean, they used to have audience members on stage stage at the Globe. You know, they used to do performances and they'd be right there. And I've been to some crazy, experimental theater. I've been to a show that was inside a girl's apartment and like,
I love that.
30 people and they had all these couches in there and it was like interactive and kind of uncomfortable, but that's like theater, you know?
Oh
it's
my
like,
gosh. You're reminding me, Chris. One time I did this, maybe it was the Fringe Festival here. Oh my gosh, you are reminding me. At the Fringe Festival, I went to a play that was in a trailer. That was really fun. And then here I did the Fringe Festival, and this was kind of cool. It was down at LATC, was it? I can't remember, but they were car plays. And so people would go to these different cars, and they would come in our car, and they would sit in the front seat, and then we would do the
That's
play. It was
really cool.
really fun.
That's really
and so
cool.
we did that for a little series, and it was actually very well written and just a trip to kind of do live theater so close that they're in the front seat. And I remember it was kind of a doomsday sort of play where it was apocalyptic.
Oh God! Perfect.
Yeah. It was.
Oh, so it was
really
a feel good.
It was feel good
Feel
and
good.
exciting and
Feel good
intense.
and everything.
Yeah. Living
Do
in
you
LA.
guys remember Tony and Tina's wedding?
Yes.
It was that. It was that. It was. The rub was that you were invited to a wedding reception.
That's right.
Tony and Tina got married. They were from Jersey. And look, let me tell you something. You know, and it was everybody, the whole family's kind of like that. And you go to the men's room and two of the bridesmaids come running in.
I love
All right, go ahead. You just go ahead, do whatever you want. If I don't fix these eyelashes, I'm going to go out of my freaking mind over here. That's all right, baby. I'm going to help, her mother's over there. Go ahead, talk amongst you. Oh, nice. And then
I love that.
And it was hysterical. And I just thought it was the damnedest thing in the world. And it kind of it cut from that same cloth, like you were talking about.
Yeah.
Can't do that in animation, but yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah. That I never saw that. I wish I didn't. I didn't know it was so interactive like that.
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
Oh, fun.
That was the thing for a while. There was another one. I can't think of the name of it, but it was anyway, a lot of fun. Sorry.
We
Talk amongst yourself.
Yes.
I've always thought that I'm sorry, I'm talking so much in this episode.
That's good.
Whatever.
Please.
Whatever. I've been fired me.
You're part of it.
That's right. He's fired.
Oh, I can't even remember what I was going to say.
Well, that is good. Well,
I've always thought that they should do that. They're talking about movie theaters dying, right?
Yeah.
Less and less people are going to the movies.
They do that every now and
I've
then.
always thought, why don't they incorporate, make a movie and there's a couple parts that are outside of the screen? There's
Like Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yes. And
People
then
love
you can
it.
get all these
Yeah, that's
local theater students or actors, some work at least, and go and play this part in the movie, where it's somehow you interact with the screen or, something cuts off and then there's a spotlight. Ladies and gentlemen, don't panic.
Yeah.
At Universal Studios, they would do that with the Terminator show. Remember?
Oh my
It was
gosh.
Yes.
what a great show where Waterworld almost, there's not really a screen, but you know what I'm getting at.
Splash people with water. Get buckets of water. The hose in the theater.
Yeah.
That was quite the experience.
Yeah.
Avatar, they did that with Avatar.
I didn't know that.
Was it
Oh yeah, that's at Disney World.
at Disney World?
With
Yeah.
water.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh, I didn't know
shoots
that.
mist at you.
It was really interesting. The conceit is that you're on the back of your critter.
one of those dragons.
Yeah, and you're flying, and then you go down through. You almost always hit your head on a one of the
Oh
overhangs.
yeah, I think I did that.
And then when the water on the screen splashes, you get splashed. I don't know how the hell they get water to come perfectly on you. Then you go through the orchids over there, and it smells great. It's fresh flowers, and it's kind of interesting.
And you can feel the thing breathing.
Yeah,
It breathes.
wow.
It's
Yeah, that's right.
and it's on your legs, on your thighs,
Yeah.
expanding and contracting.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's
Wow.
wild.
Yeah, scratch
That's
and
some
sniff.
technology.
Yeah. It was good stuff.
So you're on Broadway, you're doing your thing on Broadway. When does voice acting come into your career?
What's interesting is, again, from that whole experience with that agent on the plane, I started as on camera. However, my very first gig was a voiceover gig.
Oh, interesting.
So they did a cartoon, which was on Fox at the time, called Little Shop, which was based off of Little Shop of Horrors.
Feed me.
Yeah, exactly. So they had their cast, and anybody who knows what with voiceover, sometimes you do voice matchings, right? You do a voice match.
Yeah.
So what happened was the young girl who was playing the character of Audrey couldn't sing. So they wanted a real singer to come in. So I matched that voice profile of this young girl who was doing the voice of Audrey. So I came in and I sang all the songs for the show. And that was my
that's great.
very first gig.
Wow.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think I was 16 at the
That's
time.
not a bad intro.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So actually, somebody a few weeks ago brought a collage of Little Shop. They made a collage of that cartoon I did. And that's what I mean. Sometimes it's so strange that they know history about maybe who you are or your work. But I was so surprised. Yeah, it was really, that was my first gig.
Wow.
Well, I lie. My first gig
No, wait. What I
was-
meant to
Scratch
say.
that.
Right. I think I did a show. It wasn't a voiceover gig. I forget about this. I did a variety show for Disney, and I think it was on cable. Maybe that was my first gig. But what I consider my real first gig was the Little Shop gig.
Oh, nice. Well, you had two incredibly cool first gigs. Disney, Broadway. No, that'll do. You know.
I mean, it's been a ride. That is for sure.
Yeah. No doubt about it. Well, it's not over.
Yeah, knock on wood.
Far from over. Far from over.
Yes.
Thank you, yeah.
And I get a kick out because we did some research here. I did not know you were Jasmine from Aladdin.
Yes.
What the?
Yes. So at the time, if you're familiar with California Adventure, which I'm sure you guys are, right? So they opened the Hyperion Theater,
Yeah.
which is a beautiful state-of-the-art theater at DCA. And what they wanted to do was they wanted to do a test run of Aladdin because they wanted to bring it to Broadway. And so what they did is when they opened that show at the Hyperion Theater, they brought Broadway caliber people to start the show. And so that's what happened. It was an interesting configuration of how they set up the show because it's a park, but it's also corporate, but they want to test out the show. So they had multiple shows, but they hired Broadway people, and then they did a little combination for different ensemble parts with local talent. And so, for example, I was in one cast, and then they had other Broadway actors fill in too. So there was a bunch of us. So when we started the show, that's who they cast. And throughout, the period of time, they didn't know how long that show would run, but it lasted for a long time.
Yeah.
But since then, after I started the show and I had done it for a while, then I actually left because I got cast in Avenue Q. So I left to go do that. But yeah, I mean, it was... now I can say I've been Jasmine and
Yes, you can.
have sung A Whole New World so many times, in my sleep. And
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, isn't that
ride
funny?
that flying carpet, which is amazing to say
Carpet,
I've been
let's
able
move.
to do. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Yeah, well, Scott and Linda, they are quick to tell you, no, I don't sing. No, I don't. No, that's not me. So it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun because you get the gold record, or if it goes gold. If it
I do have a gold record.
I know.
I don't even know how I have it. I mean, it was a compilation album, but I could say I have a gold record, which is fun.
Yay! Hooray! Yes. Yeah, I have a few of them too, and I can't take credit for any of them because I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't write. I didn't. I
didn't either.
I was a hired gun. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Yeah, it still looks good on the wall.
It looks great, and you could say I have a gold record, which is fun.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah.
I didn't have anything to do with it, but
What do you guys mean? You have nothing to do with it?
Well, you didn't write it. You didn't. And for me, most of the time, I'm singing for someone else.
yeah.
I'm supposed to be. But
that's the same
okay.
thing as like pop stars. Like a lot of pop, like Britney Spears doesn't write her own music. Like,
I
Well, that's true.
mean, yeah.
Yeah, but she's still Britney.
she's a performer.
Britney.
But a performer, you know, like
Right.
I think a lot of people get it confused that like singers aren't like there's a difference between a singer and a performer,
Right.
you know, and a pop star. You know, like they're not necessarily doing all the work.
That's
Like
true.
there's a huge team, like marketing
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
choreography, and you know, Beyonce has had like 21 writers on an album.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's like a huge collaborative effort.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying any of that to disparage any of these
Right.
people. But
course.
like, you know, I feel like there's not a big enough lens on like what a performer is. You
It's-
know, like you can't just be a performer.
No.
You know,
It's very true.
Britney Spears didn't have the best singing voice, but she was an amazing performer.
Right.
Right.
I mean, she knew how to capture that camera.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you
sure
see
did.
some behind the scenes stuff of her and she's like goofing around,
Yeah.
goofing around.
I love it.
Action. Locked in.
I love
hitting
it.
notes.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's so cool to see that. Like we had Raven Simone on yesterday and like it's so fascinating to me to see like these
She's a
performers who
performer.
have been performers like from the day they were born pretty
I
much.
love that.
You know, and it's like they can just snap into
Yeah.
it, snap out of it. Like it's fascinating to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there was speaking of Raven, just to pound that point home, I think there was a year in her life where she wasn't performing.
Oh yeah, like her oldest memories, she doesn't even remember like
Wow.
not being on camera.
Yeah. She can't remember what it was like
To
before.
not be in showbiz.
Right.
Yeah.
It was boom.
Like
you know.
literally no memory of it. Like think about your oldest possible memory and like
It's just always been a part of her. So, I
fascinating.
mean, since she was, I'm sure, a baby, you know, it's really interesting. Yeah. So you develop this sort of personality, like you're saying, where all of a sudden you're on and you know how to turn it on and then you know how to turn it off if you've been doing it that long,
yeah.
That's for sure.
you know?
Do you have a lot of actors, a lot of musicians, singers, or whatever in your family?
You know, it's funny. I consider myself the odd man out. You know,
pioneer. Oh, yeah.
I'm Filipino. You know, all my relatives are lawyers, they're doctors, they're nurses, they're
Yeah.
business people. I'm the actor, the performer.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But my mom says that when she was younger, that she used to sing in the church choir, but not anything to this caliber.
Right,
It's
right.
really me. Like I was at my niece's wedding a few weeks ago, and the family's like, "Oh, Jennifer, we're always watching you. We watch you since your age, you know." So it's like they always want to ask me about what I'm doing
sure.
or following what I've been doing. But yeah,
well, that's
I'm pretty
nice.
much the only one who
Yeah.
has
yeah.
continued.
Yeah,
in
I'm
this
the only
business.
weirdo. Well, that's not true. I got plenty of weirdos in my family. What I mean by that, to clarify, is I'm the only weirdo who did this.
Same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
plenty of weirdos.
Yeah.
You know, that's
I'm definitely weird. I mean, to be able to stay in this business for
yeah.
this
Well, that's
long,
true.
you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, they're stuck with us now.
That's right. They can't get rid of us. I don't know. I'm just gonna hold on,
That's right. That's
hang
right.
loose.
Milk
Yeah.
this sucker for
That's
as long as.
right.
Did I say that out loud?
You did.
Oh, okay.
And I love it. You know, that's right. People,
We'll
they just don't
edit
know.
that out. He said he's milking it. Well, it's okay. It's all right. Leave it in.
You know what to do, Zach.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't cancel us. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's there was a line about, wait, you do that for a living? No, I do it to keep from starving to death.
Exactly.
You know,
God,
hey, if it works,
keep it real. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Oh my gosh.
or
Yeah.
in my case, unreal. Keep it unreal.
Well, speaking of keeping it real, you mentioned earlier in the podcast that there's been moments in your career, which I think every actor experiences, where you felt like giving up.
Of course.
Yeah. What brings upon those moments? Is it like not booking? Is it
It's having
fatigue?
maybe 200 auditions and getting rejected for almost every audition when you're with a fantastic agency and there's all this pressure. You know, I don't think enough people talk about it these days. Enough people don't talk about it these days, but especially with TikTok, because everybody wants to be Insta famous.
Oh, sure.
And I think,
That's a good point. Yeah.
yeah, and you know,
And some are.
some are, which is great. Lucky for
It's
you.
great, I guess. But you know, I think the trick for me, and I remember distinctly thinking this. we were talking about earlier, the very first thing I did was Dumbo Circus, and that was 65 episodes. So I thought, well, that's pretty good. I'll have a living for a little over a year. Mm-hmm. And then because you have to stop and think, well, what if I never, and I remember thinking this, what if I never, ever get another job? Mm-hmm. What if this is it?
Such a common thought.
Yeah, you think? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, for me, I just thought that, and I'm living in little Corona, California. Mm-hmm. And I thought, well, I guess at least I get to say I did that once, and you think it's kind of a sad little thought to reminisce on, because you don't know.
You don't know.
You just don't know. Especially for all I did was voiceover. Of course, I sang, but it's the same thing. And because they're coming up with people left, right, and center who are looking for your job, and they're looking for the same job that you're hoping is your next job.
That's right.
And then one after that, and it's I mean, even since I've been in the business, we were joking about it prior. There were like 10 people who made a living just doing voiceover. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh my gosh. And I used to joke around, well, anybody can make it if they get to use their face. Thank God I didn't have to rely on my face. But but it's just that mindset, you don't know.
No.
And especially just doing voiceover.
Yeah.
And, you have those dark nights of the soul, and it's like, oh wait, I just had a kid. I have to feed this little weasel, So, but
Weasel.
but we're still here.
Yeah.
Good, and I made it. I made it to retirement. Although you could still hire me.
That's right. We're not done yet. Yeah.
Yeah, not really retired. Yeah, because retired in this business means you just finally hit 65
That's
or whatever time you want to take your retirement. And then you go home, you get that check, and then hope you get out there and get others. Because you can still work. Like my dad, the gang back in Youngstown, Ohio, they retire from the steel mill.
Wow.
They're not hoping, God, I hope I get to go to the steel mill and work for maybe just like 15 hours next week. No, you don't want to do that. Yeah, but we do.
Again,
we do want to do that. Yeah, so.
Yeah. I mean, it's been interesting because when things started shifting for me with on camera and all those sorts of things, I decided I wanted to get back into voiceover. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't happening right away. Mm-hmm. But I had this really strong vision that I would say every day that, I want to be on an animated series and video game. Like, it was really specific how I put that into my vision.
Oh, good,
and over time, that started to happen. And now...
Is that like The Secret? I mean, like the quote-unquote secret? Because I've read that book.
The Law of Attraction.
Oh, I did
Law
read
of
that.
Attraction,
Yeah. I mean, I think I had to just start shifting my brain activity because, again, as an on-camera actor, when everything started changing, and I thought, oh my gosh, it's not happening here. Well, what else can you do? You don't have to stop that, but you do have other skills in this area. And it just seemed like it was something that was really fun, that I wanted to get into, and that I thought could be just something that was lucrative, And so, I just put it out there for a very long time. And so now I'm like, okay, now what do I want to manifest, What do I really want to get clear on? What do I want the second half of my life to look like? Do I want, can I do a career like Jim Cummings can? You know what I mean? Can I, work past my retirement? And how does that look? Like, how do I really want it to look? I think I want to get more behind the scenes sort of things, like, because I like to produce things, so I've kind of dabbled in that, but it's tiresome. Oh my gosh, is tiresome
It's actual work.
It's actual work, but
damn. I hate that.
Yeah, so to each his own.
Stuff.
But I like creating things, and I like to see how things, come to life. So doing my voiceover work and doing conventions has helped me, provide financially to just do some small projects that I really wanted to do.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So,
that's nice.
Yeah.
Anything we should be on the lookout for?
You know, I've been producing the past couple years concerts for the TV show I used to be on.
Oh, nice.
Because people love nostalgia.
Yeah, they sure do.
You know, and it hasn't been the easiest road, but it's been a fulfilling road when I see what it produces and see how people react to it. Like we have a lot of fans in the UK and they've flown to the States to come and see the concerts. And even at conventions, people come up to me and say, are you going to be doing any more things? And I tell them I've been producing these things, but I'm a one-woman show. You know, I need some power behind me. So
do you perform in the concerts that you produce?
I do.
Nice.
So it's like I perform, I wrangle all my castmates, you know, which is interesting because we've known each other since we've been in our 20s. They're like my brothers and sisters.
Oh, that's great.
But then when I step into this position, it's, you know, I'm like, you guys get off my back. You know what I mean? But it's still, it's like we're family, but too, when I step into that position, it could be interesting.
Yeah.
I'll just keep it at that. Interesting. But
Interesting.
Fun.
Do you know Susan Egan?
I know of her, yes.
Yeah, you're striking me as very similar to her.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
Similar vibe, yeah.
Oh.
Very musical theater. She also produces concerts with like
fun.
Joey Benson, and they do
yes.
like a bunch of, you know, Disney.
Yeah.
What's the word for it? When they do like a whole bunch of different movie songs.
Yeah,
I can't think of the word. Like
I know what you're talking about.
amalgamation, compilation.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know.
Okay.
You know, so they'll do like all these Disney songs and put on concerts like that and stuff.
Fun.
You should try and get in touch with her. I bet you guys
that'd
would come
be
up with
fun.
something really cool.
Yeah. So that would be, I mean, I just love to learn from people's experiences around that because even though, you know, I have ideas, you got to know what's worked for people and, you know, what road they've taken because you could really learn from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's time that we play a game.
Oh, gosh, games. All right.
Oh, yes.
What games are we getting into here?
This is the game. It's the voice swap
Gotta take
game.
some water. Oh, gosh.
The old voice swap game.
Great. Okay.
So how this game works is, Jim can start.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Basically, you take a character, one of your favorite
Oh, I'm
characters.
nervous. Okay.
And come up with a catchphrase. There's always a catchphrase or something that tags that individual character and separates them from the blah, blah. Like for me, Darkwing Duck would be "Let's get dangerous" or "I am the terror that flaps in the night" or you know, that type of thing. And then you do it in your character.
Oh, okay.
And then you come up with one of your characters' expressions, and then tell me to do it in one of my characters.
Ooh.
And so it's the ye oldie voice swap.
Okay.
Okay. Compose yourself. Get it.
I get nervous.
Isn't that a thing? What do people do? Actors do all this weird stuff.
All this
Breathing
weird-
They
technique.
turn
what,
around in
you
the
know.
corner and they jump up and down.
Yeah, no.
And so, yeah,
You know New York. You need New York. You know you love unique. You knew New York.
Oh, yeah.
Unique. What? See, I can't even do
See,
it. I'm not a real actor.
Okay, how about gotta
Yeah, that's a good one.
Good blood, bad blood, good blood, bad blood, good blood, bad
Red
blood,
leather,
good blood,
yellow
bad
leather,
blood.
was
red
about to
leather,
say
yellow
red
leather, red leather, yellow leather. Oh gosh.
That's
Okay,
the
are
one
we
that
warmed
kills
up now?
me.
Okay, great.
Okay, go ahead. Try this at home.
Okay.
I usually say don't try this at home, but do it.
But try.
Yeah, take that. Okay, so should I go first? Sure,
Yes,
should I
so
go
you
first?
could lead the way, so I could see what we're doing here, what I'm getting myself
Okay.
into.
The wonderful thing about Tiggers is Tiggers are wonderful things. And don't forget to spit.
So now oh gosh.
Now you pick a character and you repeat, the wonderful thing about Tiggers is Tiggers are wonderful things.
The wonderful thing about Tiggers is Tiggers are wonderful things.
Yes.
And which character is that?
That's Suki.
That's Suki.
I mean, I had to warm up into her, but you know, I once. It's funny because when you did Tigger, I was like, "Oh, that's the character I wanted Jim to do." Yeah, but I still have my lines. Yeah.
There was a song called Sukiyaki. Umbedalo Adiko. That's nobody knows that song but me. Go ahead. Okay.
That's okay.
And
I'll listen
we're
to
moving
it.
right along.
Yeah.
What
it's
does
okay.
Suki say? What's she known for saying?
Okay, so because you did Tigger, Jim, the quote that I get asked to write the most is, I am a warrior, but I'm a girl too.
Well, wait, she didn't say mine quote. You have to say mine first.
She did.
I did. Oh, but I said your line.
I know, but I wanted to.
Okay, I'll do it again.
I know.
But you,
What-
okay.
No, but give me. What do I have to say?
I am a warrior.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
I am a warrior. Oh, but I'm gonna add something too, Jim, to make
perfect.
it to make it even more heightened.
Even.
I am a warrior, but I'm a girl too.
I think that should be Taz responding.
I am a warrior, but I'm a girl too.
I love that.
Don't try that at home. All right, go ahead, try it.
That was cute.
Oh, that was great. That was pretty good. That was an unexpected
my gosh.
bon mot.
I feel like you have to do Darkwing Duck since you're adorning the purple today.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, I
cute.
do have that. Okay, well here I'll throw some Darkwing Duck at you.
That'd be cute.
And I'll let you figure out who to. I am the terror that flaps in the night.
Okay, so now I'm the terror who flaps in the night. I'm trying to think what character I should do. Oh, I'll do a Disney character that I'm doing right now. I am the terror who flaps in the night.
That was really cute.
So I'm doing this. I'm doing Super Kitties, which Super Kitties is super cute. And once in a
better
while,
be.
people they're super cute, but it's on Disney Junior, so I kept it in the family. So that character's name was Biscuit.
Biscuit.
And she's
That's
super
a great,
cute.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
what a shock.
Yeah.
And of course she is if she's you.
Super Kitties, is that like anime?
Yeah. No, it's
No?
animation. It's on Disney Junior.
Okay.
It's for the little uns.
We had a guy last week, remember that YouTuber, I forget his name.
It's I know.
And he was talking about some kind of like, I think he said Super Kitties.
Oh, maybe.
Super Cats. But it's not drawn like anime?
I'm trying to think. They're real. It's not like
blue.
anime.
It's not with the big eyes.
It is with the big eyes.
It is
big
with the
eyes.
big
Yeah,
eyes.
big
'Cause
eyes,
you have
real
to-
colorful. It's
Right.
really for the toddlers. So it's kind of like like the Gabby's dollhouse look, like real colorful, real big, and
Yeah.
Sure.
yeah, like
to
that.
attract the little ones. Well, we'll see if little Jax likes it. In a
Yeah.
year, we'll find out.
Yeah.
Grandson.
Yeah,
is,
super
We'll see
cute.
what happens. Thank you so much.
Wait.
But wait, there's
Wait,
more.
but there's more.
I just wanted to hear your Chun-Li.
Oh, here we go.
Oh boy. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna give you 2 lines. Are you playing Street Fighter 6?
I have not yet.
Uh-oh.
I have not yet.
You better main Chun-Li. That's what I'm saying when you do. Okay. Okay.
Whoa.
So what she says to get started is, ready? Then show me. Or, Kikoken. All right? Anybody who knows Street Fighter, you're going to know it. So.
Take it away. I think you should.
What?
Totally.
Yeah.
You want me to do it?
Yeah.
Give
Yeah,
her
you play
your
the
best.
game now.
Ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
Kikoken.
What was the line? What was the
Poughkeepsie.
line?
The first
What was
one?
Yeah, the first
Okay,
one.
so
No, both.
whenever
I'll do both.
whenever she starts the game with the
Right,
opponent, when she's getting ready,
Yeah.
ready? Then show me.
Ready? Then show me. And then what's the other word? What's
Okay.
the other word?
Kikoken.
Kikoken.
You could be a part of Street Fighter now too.
Nice.
There you go.
And all of a sudden, all the doors opened.
That's
That's
some
right.
reason. There was some magical.
That's my Gus. That's my
Open
Gus
sesame.
from Kung Fu Cow.
Was that?
That's
cute.
Gus. We're working on a cartoon right now.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
cute.
But then you have to
Yes.
do it too, Jim. The
Oh,
fans,
Jim!
the
Wait a
fans
minute.
have to.
Yeah,
What am I doing
yeah.
now?
It'd be a disservice. The same
Okay.
thing.
Okay,
Okay. Ready?
ready? Then show me.
Okay. Ready? Then show me. Pass the honey. I don't think that was I might have screwed up the ending.
No, it's perfect. It's perfect.
And then the Japanese is a Japanese word.
Kikoken.
What's that mean?
It's like a kick.
Oh,
Like
It's
a Hadouken.
Yeah, exactly.
Shuriken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hadouken.
Shakira. I don't know.
Shakira.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, let's hear Pooh speak some Japanese then.
I'll tell you, I've seen Pooh, some of the Japanese, and he sounds like he's pissed off.
Ooh.
Oh, shoulder. Oh, chigga, what know you? Chigga.
You know, and it's always like one word that
Right.
pops out that doesn't translate.
You're wondering what's happening there.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Get us out of here quick.
Is there anything that you want to announce, promote? Anything
that's
upcoming
right.
where people can find you?
Let's see. The things that I will just say the thing that I probably can announce now because they have just released it is tune in to Squid Game The Challenge. If you guys are Squid Game reality TV show junkies, because I will be torturing more people as the narrator of the show. Oh, yeah. I know it's real fun. The first season
really
it came out.
merciless.
Yeah, and they love what I do because I'm cruel with pleasure,
Yes.
which is very fun. But yeah, a lot of people, even some of my best friends, didn't know I was the voice for that, and so yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Here we go for
That's
season
great.
2 coming out November.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that show. I
Oh,
love anything to do
heck
with
yeah.
Squid Game.
did you watch
yeah.
the reality show?
I sure did. I watched all of them.
So then you
Yeah.
heard me torturing
I did.
everybody.
I did.
People didn't even know it was me.
I had no idea.
No, yeah, and just a little tidbit. It was kind of cute. I did this convention last
It
year.
was cute torture.
Yeah, cute torture. Love you. But some of the contestants were at the convention. So when I did the concert, I produced that concert for California Dreams, and I was on stage and I said, I want to just say, I want to kind of scare them. So they came to the show and I said, player 365, you are eliminated. And they freaked out. They're like, oh my God, we didn't know you were going to
Yes.
be it. They didn't know it was me. And
Yeah.
they
I
just
didn't know it was you.
lost their minds.
That's great.
So now
That
we're
is
friends.
great.
So we'll see. So season 2, check it out. I'm going to torture you with so much love.
Yeah. I love any
wonderful.
variation of Squid Game. I love the Beast games. Mr. Beast, when he did it, I forget what he called his, variation of Squid Game, whatever. Yeah. I have one more question for you.
Sure.
I'm sorry, I keep going.
No. Happy to be here.
Are there a lot of people that, when at conventions, that come up in Chun-Li cosplay?
Oh, they do.
Oh, I need to
And
find your
they
table.
look good too. I'm like, I gotta work out. I want to be able to stand with my leg up to my neck, and they look good.
Yeah.
I have cosplayed as Chun-Li.
You have?
Yes.
No way.
I have, and it's quite the cosplay because the woman who made my cosplay, she did the back with the ties, and so I'll be there for half an hour just waiting to get tied into my cosplay.
Oh, boy.
But that's a fun one because
Yeah.
I did not realize how iconic she is, and so
Super.
I didn't know, and so when I cosplay, it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's pretty fun period, yeah. Fun. Some of the people that do these things, last week we were at a place and a guy came as Galactus. I don't know if anybody out there knows who that is, but he's a gigantic world eater from the Marvel universe.
Oh, okay.
And this guy was big enough to eat the auditorium, and it was all with like styrofoam head and 3-foot stilts.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. I get the world of these Comic-Cons and conventions is incredible.
Incredible.
It sure is. Have you ever been to Dragon Con?
Not yet.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Well, they would love you.
That's the most
would love you.
cosplaying I've ever seen at a
Really?
convention. It's like I felt out of place not being in cosplay.
Good to
'Cause it's
know
like
for when I go.
so
Yeah.
many. And man, I saw these guys, they're 15 feet tall on
Jeez.
stilts, playing characters from Warhammer 40K. And you just look at these costumes and it's the level of craftsmanship that goes into
It's
it.
incredible.
It's like that. I heard that they even used in Star Wars. What's that unit that they use?
The
501st.
501st, right.
Yeah. Disney went to them and was like, hey,
you
we
go.
need some more stormtroopers. Can you guys supply your cosplays?
They really are, again,
You think that
committed.
there's a slight chance they said yes?
Yeah. We'll do
Exactly.
it for
They're like,
free.
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, that's funny. Thanks again so much for being here. This is great.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel so lucky to be here. Thank
Oh,
you.
no, that we are.
Oh,
Really appreciate it.
yeah,
Really
so
appreciate
fun.
it.
Yay.
And we really appreciate all you guys out there watching. Seriously, it's really like the thing that keeps us going is, the
Yes,
fans.
indeed.
In every aspect of entertainment.
No doubt.
So a sincere thanks to you guys for watching. And if you like this content and want to see more of it, then be sure to like and subscribe. Shoot, turn on notifications. Why not? And let me tell you something about YouTube. YouTube, I love the website, but it's really strange because sometimes you can watch a video and then it's never recommended to you again. I know, it's really weird.
Crazy.
So be sure to like and subscribe so that doesn't happen to you. And if you like this content so much that you want to see more of it, I have some good news for you. Patreon members enjoy extended interviews. You see a little behind the scenes action. You see interviews that you don't ever get to see here on YouTube. We do giveaways, question and answers, all that good stuff. So be sure to subscribe on Patreon. We love all you guys who are already subscribed. And if you want some merchandise, you can find it on Shopify. Shopify.
news.
It's called Shopify now.
Shopify now.
Shopify. Jim Cummings Closet on
That's
Shopify.
right.
You can find a whole bunch of cool stuff there. And as always, I am producer Chris, the legend himself, Mr. Jim Cummings.
Thank you.
And Jennie Kwan, thank you again so much for being
Thanks
here today.
for having me.
We will see you in the next one.
Yay. Thanks, buddy.
Oh my God, thank you.
That was fun.
Oh
It
my God.
was.
I forgot to hit record.
No.
Just kidding.
Oh
The
God.
old-
Jesus.
The old. We could capture that lightning in a bottle again.
I'm sorry. I'm just excited to go home.
With good reason. What day is it today? I don't even know.